Hey everyone, Will DuPree here in the KXAN live studio. We wanted to jump on today to talk about a story that has pulled on the heartstrings of so many people at home. We're of course talking about this koala that was rescued from a wildfire burning pretty violently in southern Australia. You may have seen the video that we're talking about here on KXAN, but this is what we're referencing today. This video shows that koala walking across a road and then climbing up a scorched hill, its leg burning. And in just a moment, you'll see a woman, she actually took her shirt off, ran into the fire, and pulled that koala to safety. There she is providing water to the koala and dousing some of his injuries. The burns are pretty extensive all over that koala. A pretty amazing feat there to see that woman do that, jump into the fire, go into the danger to try to help out that koala. Now, since we've reported on this story, it has been the #1 story on our website for a couple of days and at or near the top for several more. The video there shows this woman and another man wrapping that koala in a blanket and bringing it to safety. Again, this is happening where a wildfire is burning in southern Australia. This koala, his name is now Lewis. He has been taken to, get this, of all things in Australia, a koala hospital. And this is video that we got from a Australian media outlet showing the koala at that hospital. It has its oxygen mask on, it's wrapped in blankets and towels, and it has some casts on its feet after that fire badly injured it. And if you take a look there, they've actually placed eucalyptus in its little basket so that it could eat, and that's nice to see that it's recovering. Its nose got pretty badly burned, but as you can tell, he has quite the appetite. Some of you on Facebook are commenting about the koala and saying breaks your heart, and asking for updates on its condition. There you see it has casts on. He is still recovering at a koala hospital. If you can believe that exists in Australia, of course it would. It would seemingly be so there in that country. We have also gotten some sound from the woman who rescued that koala. Again, she did such an amazing thing, going into the flames, pulling that koala out of the fire and wrapping it in a blanket, pouring water on it, and then getting it to a koala hospital where he is now recovering. The koala's name is Lewis. It turns out the woman who rescued him, that is one of her grandchildren's names. So the hospital used that and gave that to him as he's recovering. I want to play you the soundbite that we have from the woman who went into the fire and rescued that koala. So take a listen. Again, this is an interview that she gave to an Australian media outlet there just yesterday. So take a listen.
Just being a defenceless animal going straight into the fire, I knew if we didn't get him down from the tree, then he would have been up there amongst the flames. So just immediately thought, just get to him, put the fire out. And then as soon as I caught him, I realised we had some water in the car. And yeah, just natural instinct.
So there you have it. Her name is Tony Doherty. She lives there in Australia, a grandmother of 7, clearly an animal lover, went into the fire to get that koala after seeing it surrounded by the fire, trying to escape and badly injured. Again, this is video that we have now of that koala recovering at a koala hospital. We're learning some more details about the situation that's happening there in southern Australia. They're dealing with a terrible drought that is making conditions very, very bad for wildfires there. According to the reporting coming out of Australia, hundreds of koalas are believed to have died from the wildfires gripping that area, going across that area. I want to show you one more time this video that has really tugged a lot of heartstrings. Is the moment this koala has been rescued. We also have some footage of the fire burning there. What we found out is that the weather conditions have made this a very terrible situation. CNN is reporting that hundreds of homes have burned because of this fire. 4 people have died, so this is a very tragic situation unfolding in Australia there. But really, that koala has grabbed a lot of attention. That's pretty incredible video to show you and to share with you all. You may have seen it on our website and on our Facebook page. People have been sharing it a lot. It was the #1 story when we posted it that day, a few days ago here on KXAN, and it has stayed at or near the top. What we have also found out is that in Australia, crews are using a dog that can detect koalas through the scent of their fur, and that dog has been working in the region trying to find koalas so that these rescues can potentially keep happening. Again, this was just a woman who lived near that area and rescued the koala and then took him, his name is Lewis, to a koala hospital. If you all have any questions, we are live on Facebook, so if you can share any questions that you might have for him, we're trying to go through those comments at the moment. Once again, I want to play for you all the soundbite that we have involving the woman who you see right here dousing the koala in water and tending to his injuries, wrapping him in a blanket. Her name is Toni Doherty. She's a grandmother of 7. Take a listen one more time to what she had to say about why she did that to help out the koala.
Just being a defenceless animal going straight into the fire, I knew if we didn't get him down from the tree, then he would have been up there amongst the flames. So just immediately thought, just get to him, put the fire out, and then as soon as I caught him, I realised we had some water in the car, and yeah, just natural instinct.
Natural instinct, she says. Such an incredible thing that she did, and it really has connected with so many of you all. Some people are wondering about donating to Lewis's care now that he's in a hospital. We have not heard much about donations being accepted for him, but of course we'll keep looking into that and share that information on our website, KXAN.com, in case we find out something, because really, even though this has happened thousands upon thousands of miles away, people are really connected to this and have wondered about what his condition is and how he's doing at this point. What I will say is that we've been looking at some of the reporting that is out there about him now. His injuries are very extensive. They include burns to his stomach, to his paws, and as well as his nose. And CNN is reporting that the hospital there say that he has a 50-50 chance of survival. That was shared with 9 News in Australia just yesterday. Hopefully this little guy will pull through, because he has been through so much, and so many of you all are interested and invested in what happens to him now. Again, he is at a koala hospital after being saved from a wildfire burning in southern Australia. If you'd like to follow along with our reporting, we have the story link available in our Facebook description, our Facebook Live description, so you can watch it there and find out more information about how Lewis is doing. He's a 14-year-old koala dealing with some very extensive injuries. You can see in this video here that we acquired from a media outlet in Australia that they've been able to feed him eucalyptus. He is wearing casts on his paws, and they are trying to treat him and get him back to full recovery. The reporting out there says that he will most likely not be able to return to the wild because of his condition and those really terrible injuries that he suffered from this wildfire. I'm just quickly going back through our Facebook comments to see what people might be saying out there. Ron Cowling says, yes, he will not be able to go back to the wild most likely because of his injuries. A lot of people are saying, how old is he? We know that he's 14 years old. Again, a lot of you are asking, can you donate to his care? We have not heard much about a fundraiser at this time, so we will try to find that out and share that information again on our website, KXAN.com. But we just wanted to share an update on him and provide some more insight into this story that has really captivated a lot of you guys at home and on our website. So tune into that and try to find out some more. We'll try to find out some more information and share that. Judy Gilbert on Facebook says, "Hang in there, buddy." That's a sentiment a lot of us have, and we want to extend that to him all the way over there in Australia. But a really terrible situation is happening there because fires, as you see, are burning across many areas. CNN is reporting that 4 people have died because of these wildfires, and several hundred homes have also been destroyed. So a lot of habitat has been destroyed for these animals out there in the wild, as well as people living in that area. So a really terrible situation. We, of course, are familiar with fires happening here in central Texas and in the hill country because conditions can be pretty treacherous out there too. Again, thank you all for joining us here this afternoon to find out a little bit more about Lewis, the koala who was rescued by a very wonderful woman there in Australia. He is recovering again at a hospital, as you see right here, with his little oxygen mask and his casts on his paws. If we, again, get any more updates about his condition or a fundraiser, we'll pass it along to you. But thanks for joining us, and we'll have some more updates hopefully very soon.